pushing to get Noodles and Company in Mound right now.
Tell me more. Why?
It will add more diversity in Mound. We don't have many different choices for food in Mound. We pretty much just have pizza and Chinese and sandwiches.
It has very fast service, and you can be in and out of there in 5 minutes.
It would make Mound seem less empty. We have so many for lease signs and for sale signs and so many empty lots. It would help it seem, I guess, more of a community.
I'm ready.
As you can see, we have Mediterranean, Asian, and American dishes, and we also have mac and cheese.
We have salads, shareables, drinks, desserts, and soups.
And we have a very wide variety of vegetarian foods and vegan foods for people that are on diets or can't really, or on certain diets like peanut-free diets and gluten-free.
We also have a kids menu, and it's a big variety for most restaurants, because most restaurants only have like 3 or 4 things on it, and this one has multiple. Our menu prices.
For soups, bowls, and salads, a small is $5 and a regular is $6.25.
For shareables and desserts, it's $3 to $2. Well, for shareables, it's $3 to $4. For desserts, it's at least $2.
For drinks, it's usually 90 cents to $3.25, depending on which size you get, from kids to a large.
For sides, it's 80 cents to $3.25, and the cheaper ones are for kids, but they're still about the same size as an adult side.
Where? Well, the next to Carboni's in downtown Mound.
It'll be near schools, homes, and workplaces for easy access, and people will see it when they're going by the stoplight, so they can see it and have a reason to go there.
It will be a really large parking lot, so there won't be any problems for overcrowding or so people can get in easily and out.
Also, we won't have to build, which brought our cost down quite a bit. Our interior.
We'll have 2 bathrooms, a male and female bathroom, and we'll also have a floor mat in the entryway for mud, rain, and snow, so our floor doesn't get dirty.
So we would have a pop machine where you can order many different kinds of pop, and you can add like vanilla flavoring and cherry flavoring.
We'll also have tables and really pretty lights.
This is another look at what it would look like. Of course, we don't have the windows or serving area because that wasn't an option with the site we used, but you can kind of get a feel for what it would look like.
Our hours. On weekdays, we'll have it from 7 to 9.
On weekends, it's 9 to 9.
And our delivery hours would be 8 to 8 all through the week.
On major holidays, our hours will be shortened and we won't have delivery, but it'll still be open.
How we will advertise it. We'll have posters around the school and we'll have posters around Mound.
We have business cards, and we will have a meet and greet while we're building the inside where people can come in, ask questions, and give me recommendations or say something that they would like to have.
We will also have a social media page where we will post updates about the build and what's going to be open and that kind of stuff.
Our costs.
For our workers, we'll have a front-end associate who would deal with people who have questions. We have a manager, 3 cooks, 4 servers and cashiers, and a kitchen team member. A kitchen team member is someone who would order things that we need and clean dishes, and that would be roughly $100
per hour. Our total cost just for all of this is $707,111.
The $700,000 is a one-time fee, and there are smaller fees for repairs, but that is a much cheaper cost.
Concerns. People might say we have enough restaurants in Mound, but people go to different restaurants to have pizza or Chinese, but we have many restaurants that serve the same thing.
Some people might say that not enough people would go there, but we took a survey around the school, and about 50% of people said that they would go if there was a Noodles and Co in the area.
Another concern that we thought of was the cost. People might think that the cost to put in a Noodles and Company in Mound would be way too high, or it just wouldn't be a good enough profit.
Our summary, our conclusion.
taxes that we could use to maintain roads and parks and other necessities for Mount.
Questions?
So do you guys know what a non-compete clause is? So maybe a restaurant in a shopping center says, yes, I'll sign a lease for this property, but in doing so, I want language in the lease that says no other restaurant can be allowed in the shopping center because I don't want to have competition. So have you checked into the non-compete situation with,
We haven't, but where we're gonna put it, there's also another food place right next to the restaurant that's there. So we just kind of.
maybe both of them have a non-compete? I'm just bringing it up because that's always a key consideration.
We were also looking at other spots we could put it that don't have as many restaurants, so that would be another good idea.
That might be better.
What other locations were you looking at?
So we could put it,
Next to Wells Fargo, where that hallway is kind of, where that big strip mall is, there's a lot of for lease signs or for sale or something like that. We could also put it in there.
Have you talked to the Noodles people about whether they'd be interested in a franchise out here?
We have not.
or I emailed them, but they have not responded. And I also emailed the people about leasing it, but they also have not responded. But we're still looking into that.
And did you figure out your timeline of when you would break even with your investment?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Have you thought of where you would come up with the initial money in order to get this going?
We would do different like things, like maybe do a 5K or something like that. Try to raise money for it.
Say that again, please, you do what?
We would try to do maybe like a running thing, kind of like a 5K or something to try to raise money for it.
$700,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
You might wanna look at an investor who'd be willing to make that investment.
We did look into a couple, but their costs were a little high, and their interest costs were also a little high that we thought wouldn't be reasonable for our company.
Yeah.
Did your initial investment number of 700, I'm assuming that's to include things like finishes, build out,
Yeah,
Yeah.
equipment, fixtures, those types of things?
it's all of that.
It's all of those types of
Yes.
things. Had one suggestion that I would have is before you get too far into your process, and not far long after you get your financials squared away, always make sure that you're thinking about the building code, the fire code, and your health codes before you do your plans. Because all those regulations have to work together in terms of where your exits are, how many seats you can have versus your square footage, where your fire sprinklers need to be, the type of equipment you need to have, because anything where you're serving food to the public has to be commercial grade. So we always want to put you in touch with the health inspector at the county, the fire marshal, and the fire chief, and the building official early on, because they will be great assets for you as you're considering, and it saves a lot of problems further down the road. I was glad to see you guys checked on your franchise fee. That was the first
That
thing
was
I,
excellent,
that
too.
was the first thing I wrote down, so good for you.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Give him a hand.